So if I'm being quite honest, I would describe myself as someone who is incredibly picky and very difficult to entertain. Like if you have a look at my Goodreads account, I'd say my average star rating is 3. I give most books 3 stars because I am incredibly hard to entertain and satisfy. I'm a very picky person and I certainly do not fangirl. The last time I ever became obsessed with a series was Harry Potter, and I read them when they were coming out. So that was like a hell of a long time ago. And even still on Goodreads, I only rated them 4 and 3 stars. I think I only gave one of the books 5 stars. So yeah, I don't become obsessed with things very easily, and I don't think I've ever been truly obsessed with a series. Then I fell into a bit of a reading slump, but still felt like buying books. So I ended up buying all 5 of the current sagas which are out. Here's 1 and 2, and 3, 4 and 5. These are the volumes. These are collections of individual comic strips. They have a 5 in, I think. And let me just show you what they look like inside. This is 2, so I'm sorry for spoilers, but it is colour, and the quality of the pages is so good. And as soon as I opened it and saw the quality of the drawings, saw the quality of the colours and the art, I was like, yeah, I'm gonna give these a good read. And let me tell you this, I had all 5 of these read in 2 days. I rated the first one 5 stars because it was unlike anything that I'd ever read before. I read the second one, rated that 5 stars, third one, fourth one, fifth one, all 5 stars, and it got better every time. So, am I here to give you a review of Saga? Yes. Is it going to be a good review? No, because honestly, I am the biggest fangirl. I think this is honestly the best thing that I've ever read, and I would never see myself as someone that would enjoy comics. So I don't really know where to start. So I'm going to try and give you a general plot overview, but it really can't be simplified. For a comic series, this is incredibly detailed and the plot is so deep. It is about woman, man. They're from 2 planets and their planets are at war. They are planet and moon, they orbit each other, so they can't go to war with each other because they depend on the other one. So they hire out contractors from other planets, and in this case, it's robot people. And when I try and explain that to people to convince them to read it, they're kind of like, what? And you shouldn't read this if you're under 18 because this is super graphic and some of the things make me cringe. But the plot is so good. That's as simple as I can make it, and they have a baby and the child is the narrator of the series. It starts off from the baby's birth and then the events and the struggles that they go through to try and protect their daughter. So that's all you need to know about the plot before you go into it, but I must say there is so many characters in the series and there's other subplots that develop, but you shouldn't really know that before going into it because it does spoil it a bit. But there is so many great well-developed characters, friendships, romances. This has a lot of things. I think it's great for female readers and male readers, and I've just never read anything like it before in my life. And the art it adds something even extra to what is already an amazing plot. This probably could have made a great book, but as a comic it is so good. My favourite in the series is the 3rd one, and that's when, even though this is a sci-fi fantasy and there's worlds that we don't live in and there's creatures and there's no actual humans in it, our characters still face everyday human issues about work, how to find money. It brings up trust as an issue a lot, marriage problems, medical illnesses. It covers such a wide range of issues that we face in our everyday lives as humans. Is Saga the best thing that I personally have ever read? Probably, yeah, and I can't explain why I think that, to be honest. And I'm actually fangirling over this so much that I literally set my desktop screensaver as some drawings from Saga. And I didn't do that with Harry Potter. When I found out who was the writer of Saga, I was a little bit surprised. It's written by Brian Vaughan, and he wrote the TV's Lost series. And I would not imagine the writer of Lost to go to something like this, but this guy's imagination is absolutely amazing. I can't really grasp how a comic comic series can have so much depth and so much elements, so many characters, so many stories. But this has completely changed my view of comics, and since reading this I've wanted to branch out into loads more comics. I'm dying to get my hands on Rat Queens. I think Brian also wrote them. Correct me if I'm wrong, I'm probably wrong. But if anyone has any more recommendations based on Saga, I would love to read them. It's actually put me back into a bit of a reading slump with books at the minute because comics are so easy to read and I love the artwork, and I never expected to feel the way I would over comics, and I kind of feel like my heart is cheating on books a little bit, but I can't get into a book right now because... And you know what, I never reread books. I haven't even reread the Harry Potter series or the Game of Thrones series, and I've read this 3 times now. Like, the entire series 3 times now. Like... I'm not sure if this is a review video of Saga or if it's me asking for therapy. Once I finish it, I just have to pick it up again, and the 6th volume is out this summer. That means I have to reread it another time, right? That means I have to reread it at least another 2 times. There's plenty of characters in it from all sides of the war, and I'm pretty sure you're supposed to dislike some of the characters, and I don't. I actually really like them. There isn't a single character in Saga that I dislike, even though there is good and there is bad. The only people that I don't like is people that's trying to interrupt the happiness of our main characters, and they're kind of like brief, and I'm pretty sure you're supposed to just feel sympathy for them, and I'm just like, hell no, you're not interrupting the happiness of my favourite ship ever. So yeah, jump off, bitch. So this has been a pretty bad review of Saga, but all I'm going to say is I would recommend it to everyone over the age of 18 or with a very mature imagination, because there's a lot of things you don't want to see in there, like naked trolls, like naked diseased trolls. But other than that, it's absolutely brilliant. The artwork is fantastic, the characterization is fantastic, and the writing is fantastic. And as soon as you can pre-order volume 6, I'm doing it, and I've never pre-ordered a book before. So yeah, I think that's all I have to say really. So I'm sorry that you probably wasted 5 minutes of me fangirling over this right now, but I just wanted to make a video to say that if you haven't read it, you should read it. So, thank you for watching my fangirl, and I will see you in another video on this week. See you later. Bye.